Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your October 2019 reading. So glad you found me, and if you like my videos, please subscribe or like or comment. If you want any kind of a content, please let me know. Comment and I'll see what I can do to work it out. I will be uploading a monthly video and weekly videos, and then we'll see what I can fill in between. I always use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck just because it's the most recognized deck out there and one of the oldest. And every month I'm going to be offering you an oracle card as a clarifier. This month we're going to do the Wild Offering Oracle. Excuse my voice a little bit. I just had your reading and I was about 10 minutes into talking and had a bit of an attack. So unfortunately, you're not going to get to watch me shuffle for 2 minutes and talk for 2 minutes about who knows what, because I actually had to put the cards back in order. I did not want to give you a different reading. I felt like the one that I had was for you, and so we're going to just keep it the way it is. But a little bit about me. I've been reading tarot for over 20 years, and so I didn't learn it on YouTube. I actually learned it well before YouTube was ever even a concept, and I'm also a fully licensed therapist, so I've got a full clinical license and a full macro license. And what that means is I can diagnose and treat people, and I can also run an agency with that macro part of it. So as we do our readings, I will oftentimes infuse things that I've learned along the way. I also have spent my entire life around the recovery community. So there are some things there too that I'd like to offer. Doesn't mean you have to have an addiction, but yeah. So I would encourage anybody to, find a reading that resonates with you. Don't try to fit yourself into a reading that is just not for you. There's tons of readers out there. So if you feel like, oh, this doesn't even sound like me, it's probably not. What is seeking you will find you. So what's meant for you will not miss you. It will find you. So yeah, I would also tell you too, don't live your life by the tarot. If you're up at night and you're scrolling through and finding tarot, I'll give you some other suggestions on what you can do instead that might help you a little bit more. So the heart of the reading, you have the Four of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. And then the root cause is this Three of Swords. Some of the most recent energies behind you are the Knight of Cups. And then you've got the Moon as an overarching influence here. The Eight of Wands. So you've got a lot of, so far you've got a lot of fire, you've got earth, you've got Pisces, you've got air, and you've got water and pentacles. Then you've got the Death card here, that's Scorpio. Three of Cups is the person that you're dealing with. Most likely the Ace of Cups is an influence on future energy here. And then the outcome here is the Tower, but don't let that scare you. The Tower with death, I see as, in what I'm getting from that, what I feel from that, is rebirth. We have a new moon coming up October 13th, 14th, depending on your time zone, moving into Aries. So it's going to be a juggernaut, but it's also going to be a rebirth. So if I didn't say this already, so this is for anybody with Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So if that's you, if you have Sag anywhere in your chart, this could be for you. So that Aries new moon, it's all about revitalization, rebirth. It's the beginning of the tarot. It's the start of something new. And with that new moon, that's a great time to set your intentions. So if you have things that you feel like you've just been hauling along with you, old baggage, it's time to let it go. We can't go back in time, and those things were in your path to bring you to where you are. So those could be your very best teachers. The other thing I always like to do is look at the bottom of the deck. Love this for you. Page of Cups, he's a manifestation card, so he's things that are actually manifesting in your current reality, but he's bringing you an offer, he's bringing you some good luck, so I like that. So what I feel like this is for you, Sag, is you're very closed off, right? You've got this pentacle, you're holding on to it for dear life, you're standing on your pentacles, you don't want anyone to take your coins, but you're blocking your heart with that. And to me, that's like saying, I've been burned before, I don't want to get hurt again, so I'm just going to close myself off. I'm going to put this one on my head so that my head's protected and my heart's protected, and I'm not going to let go of these either. And you're in the, in the background too. You can see all this village, basically. This beautiful village is behind him. And it's like he's kind of turned his back on that too. I feel like you've turned your back on love here, Sag. Like it's just, and what I believe happened was it was the Three of Swords that has caused this. But what's going to happen, you have a new energy coming in with this Knight of Wands, and he's saucy. This energy comes in, the saucy, sexy, flirtatious energy comes in to sweep you off your feet and say, we're going to be done. Because the other thing with the Four of Pentacles, this is somebody who doesn't want to change, who does not want to go with the flow, who's very resistant to change. And so it's very stagnant energy, but this is almost completely opposing energy. So I love this for you guys, that you are going to have a new energy coming towards you that's just going to revitalize you. And I think with that new moon, you're going to start seeing it sometime around the 13th, 14th of October. But this is the root cause of it. And if you were in a relationship where you were really burned by somebody, there was a third party, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of heartache, betrayal. Maybe you found out the person was living a double life or doing something behind your back that was completely unexpected. I feel like for you it was completely unexpected, and you just got turned upside down. And it could have been even someone you thought was your twin flame, and that can be common, where the twin, the twin who's leaving, the leaver and the chaser, the runner, turns the chaser completely upside down out of nowhere, and it's incredibly painful. So if this is you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were in pain, but I'm going to tell you that the pain, nothing is wasted in the universe's economy. Nothing is wasted in the universe's economy. So if you were in pain, it was to bring you to a higher level. It was not to hurt you and just leave you down there. The most recent energy is the Knight of Cups, and this could certainly be somebody who came in, not galloping in, not quite as crazy and action-oriented as the Knight of Wands, but who came in with an offer and you weren't ready for it. You weren't interested in it. You were still too wounded from whatever happened down here. This is Pisces, so if you're dealing with a Pisces, that could be part of this, but it's also some confusion. And it's things, so you've got half of the moon and the sun, it's things coming to light. So your confusion is going to be lifted soon. You're going to start to have more clarity and have more stability, feeling safer, because right now you just don't feel all that safe. You would be a good one to, if you're at night and it's 2 a.m. and you're awake because you're, restless and sad and whatever else, get on to YouTube and watch some Louise Hay. You would be a good one for that, just to know some of her affirmations would be wonderful, just to hearing that over and over again, that you're safe. So the upcoming energy, or the closest energy for you, is this Eight of Wands. So this could be in the next week. You're going to get communication from somebody. It's going to be fast and clear and positive. You've got all kinds of new growth on these wands. And in the back, there's greenery and there's a stream. And it's going to be really honest, trustworthy communication. I think that Knight is part of it, where the Knight is a good communicator and is going to come in and, give you something that you've been missing. So this is you, and you must die to be reborn. I think that Aries new moon is going to be really good for you guys. You are going to have a rebirth of sorts, something where you felt like you have just been held hostage to a previous situation where, things didn't seem fair. I've had it happen to me too, you guys, where, I gave to somebody, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa, this is who they are, and they weren't trustworthy. And what I learned from that is that was the contrast I needed to expand to go to that next chapter of my life. And sometimes it's not always the way that I would have planned, but the thing is, I wouldn't have let go of it. If it's a job, if it's a relationship, I don't like to let go of things easily, and neither do you apparently with the Four of Pentacles there. So You had to have something drastic happen to get you to let go of it. But boy, look at who you have coming towards you. And again, I wouldn't be too worried about the 3. I think it's more celebratory in nature. It's somebody who likes to have a good time, who is, uplifting, very positive energy. I love all the, like the fruits on the ground around these celebratory ladies. And they look really good with the Knight of Wands, don't they? They just do. They look like they go together. They both have the blue backgrounds and the gold accents. It's just a really nice looking card together. So this is who you have coming towards you. This is going to be somebody really uplifting, really healing for you, fun. They're not going to take things too seriously, but they are going to be stable. And this is how we know. We've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got a nice, stable new beginning. This is going to be a grounded new beginning for you. Excuse me, I almost called you Scorpio. Looking at that death card. Sagittarius, this is going to be, you've got so many cups in this thing. You've got 4 cups here. Somebody's going to come in and offer you their cup of love. And they're going to mean it. They're going to want Sagittarius. It's again, I just keep getting new. So it's possible with this that it's with the 3 of Cups, that it's a previous relationship, but I don't know. I feel like for you, with the 3 of Swords there, it's going to be, somebody that's new to you. So this Ace of Cups is a fountain of love that just doesn't end. It's going to be a situation where the person just sees the best in you, Sagittarius. They see you as, that, I hate to use this word, but that trophy. I look at that cup and it almost looks like a trophy, where they see you as like, whoa, I cannot believe I met Sagittarius. Like, this is the one. I can't believe it. One minute they weren't there, and the next minute it was like, oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. And you're supposed to be together. That's what I see with this. I also think, too, it's going to be a very emotionally satisfying relationship where this was not. You're going to have a really stable, wonderful, loving, kind energy with this. And it's going to be different than maybe some of the relationships you've had in the past. It's going to be an unconditional kind of love. So they're going to want you for you. You're not going to have to put on airs. You're going to be able to be who you are and not feel like you have to impress them, because they're going to be amazed by you, Sagittarius. So October is looking really nice. Now, I know this gets a little scary when you see the outcome as the Tower, but I think it's just going to be like, you're going to be breaking down all those walls, the walls to your heart that you've had to put up. Those walls are going to come crashing right down. See that? Those are not meant to be up for you. You had to guard your heart and protect your tender little saggy heart. You don't need to do that anymore. Okay, this next person is going to be very good to you. And the Tower is going to be quick and sudden change. And like I said, it's going to be like, they weren't there and then they're there. All of a sudden, it's like this new energy just comes rushing in. And it's sudden and quick, but it's, and you might be a little apprehensive because of what you've been through, but overall, you're headed in such a new, wonderful direction. So with that new moon coming in Aries, you want to set your intentions. Start getting a really clear picture of what kind of a relationship do you want. If you work a lot and you say, I want a relationship that will fit into my work schedule and feels really good, like they have a rich, full life also, and we're meeting together and sharing our lives, and there's not pressure. It's going to be really positive where we can come together. That might be you. Or it could be, I've been lonely for a while. I've been closing myself off, and I find I have a lot of time. And I want somebody like that who has a lot of time and wants to go out and do things and wants to go to different places, and maybe just says, if you have a boardwalk or a river in your community, just says, let's go take a walk and maybe grab a drink, or go down to the food trucks and kind of do that. Or if you want something a little bit more extravagant. Maybe say, I've never been to that great new restaurant in town. I want somebody where we can just run off and do that. Or if you have kids, somebody who respects your time with your kids, where they're going to be patient. And I think whatever you want, you offer that up to the universe. It's kind of like the universe says, your wish is my command. So you want to really be clear with your intentions in this new moon in Aries, because that's the initiator. Aries is our leader, is our initiator. And so you can start a brand new beginning with that new moon. Take advantage of that, Sag. You've got all the elements here saying that it's coming. So let's look at your wild. Oh, I like this for you. This is your, let's look at the front first. Here he is. He's very zen. He's beautiful with the colors. And I actually like the colors that he brings into your reading, because obviously there's not a lot of pink in tarot, but there is here. So here's your wild offering oracle for October. Enjoyment. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, universe. So you're asking the universe to allow you to enjoy and just relax, go with the flow. So that energy of being closed off is going to be done. You're done with that now, Sag. And you're going to enjoy things. You're going to be off having these cups full of love and enjoying yourself, and knowing that the person that you're with sees all the beauty and the wonder in you and is so happy to have found you too. So I love you, Sagittarius. I'm so glad you found me, and hopefully we will meet again soon.